Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Trogdor, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have a very fantastic video for everyone. This is the fifth week, week number 5, the 1/3 way mark, halfway, third way mark of the entire season. 5 out of 15, so music's a little bit loud. We're still like in the infancy of this season, but it's already been so exciting and packed full of amazing battles, and I really hope that anyone watching this has been keeping up with everyone else's battles that at least get uploaded. I know not everyone does that in this league, but there's like a lot of fun stuff going on. There's a really good chance to keep up with everything in the fan server. I actually worked on a fan document of my own that includes links to showdown replays or links to Wi-Fi replays and all that jazz. And yeah, lots of exciting stuff going on. There is a fan server. I'll link that if I haven't already been doing so in my videos. But yeah. So like I said, week 5, me versus Brendan, the Vancouver Tapu Konucks versus the Trenton Thundurus in... I don't know how important this battle is. Like, you know, every battle is important, but once you get to like the last few, when it comes to like clinching playoffs, like avoiding relegation, all that jazz. So definitely want to win this game. I'm 2-2 right now, I want to say. So getting like back on the winning side of things would be amazing. Brendan's on fire, so it's like win or lose, he's still in a great position. But obviously, like, considering he lost to me the last time we played, definitely wants to win. And, you know. So, my team, if you haven't seen my team builder, go check that out. I go into my team in depth. Basically, I'm bringing Slowbro, Ninetales, Terrakion, Latias, Galvantula, and Sandslash. Sandslash is my dedicated lead, and also to throw off, like, oh, I might be bringing some Hailcore action. Ninetales is there to get up Aurora Veil to support Slowbro and Terrakion for setting up. Latias has safety goggles and can switch into Amoonguss 9 times out of 9. Galvantula is there to be fast, maybe get up webs if the time is right, and to hit things like Manaphy with a huge Thunder, things like Landorus with a huge HP Ice, and yeah. So I think I've got a pretty good matchup. If I get the chance to set up with Slowbro or Terrakion, I will be in fantastic shape. And that is the game plan. So let's see if we can get this going right now. Brendan, let's look at the team that he's got. He's got Jolteon, Amoonguss, Landorus, Therian, Mega Charizard X, Klefki, and Uxie. So, right away, no Manaphy. Amazing. No Zoroark, amazing, makes Latias' life easier. And also no Dusclops. Honestly, I was kind of a little worried, like, oh, that thing could come, it could be annoying. So, seeing things. Charizard, probably going to be either a bulky thing or a setup sweeper, but 3 out of his 6 things are already really bulky, like Amoonguss, Klefki, and Uxie. All 3 of those things can be extremely bulky, so Charizard probably might be a setup sweeper. Lando could be a Rock Slede, could be a bulky thing, could be a Choice Scarfer. Jolteon normally just runs a fast thing, like either Specs or like a Toxic Orb Quick Feed or something like that, so got to be wary of it. I don't have my my ground type with me this week, so I can Volt Switch for free, which is a little bit annoying, but if I can get up in Aurora Veil and, you know, do my thing, it shouldn't prove to be that big of a problem if I'm at, you know, the right amount of speed that I need to be. So my game plan is to lead with Sandslash. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's see what my opponent decides to lead with. He leads with Charizard, and I go for Sandslash. So now it's like, even if I lead Rocks, he's not taking the ×4 rock weakness, and that's a smart move. But I'm 4 times weak to fire, so I'm getting out of here. Like, I'm not making any crazy predictions or anything. I'm getting on out of here. So I'm going right into my Slowbro, which, you know, takes no damage. Even at my non-mega form, that does like nothing to me. So I go ahead and mega up and go just get the damage back. I wanted to see how much damage can you potentially do to me. Like, maybe you want to Maybe you want to dance. Maybe you want to reveal your Thunder Punch if it exists. So I just want to get back up to full because nothing you can do can bring me down below 50%. Get up to full. Goes into Jolteon. Smart play because, you know, Thunderbolt can probably Oko me. So I go into my Latias as my most specially bulky. He goes for a Toxic. So that's a speedy Jolteon with Toxic. And this is one thing that I was kind of worried about, is him getting status on my team. You'll see this is not like, this is the beginning of a kind of a series of things going on. So Latias gets Toxic from this Jolteon. So my whole plan with switching into Amoonguss is kind of like pointless. My item now is just, you know, the first time Latias comes in, it's like, why do you even have safety goggles? You're poisoned. Like, that's not gonna help you at all. So that's a bit annoying. So I'm gonna go for a Draco. He's gonna switch into a Klefki. And yeah, I figured there's no point in me going for damage on this thing. Nothing I have hits it for very hard. So instead of, you know, all that jazz, I'm just gonna switch on out of here. Klefki is gonna be very annoying for me this match. So interesting thing for Latias, I didn't reveal my item, and it's not going to get revealed. No Life Orb damage taken, no Lefty's recovery. He thinks I'm Choice Scarf at this point in the game, which is awesome. Or he probably does, but you know, it's a bluff that I can make at this point. So Galvantula comes in, he Toxics me. Look at that, another Toxic. So I knew that I would switch out, and yeah, it just spreads even more status. That's great. I get up some webs because I figure why not, but he goes into Klefki, and it's almost certainly going to defog. So Bug Buzz does like no damage, and I can't really hit it hard at all. So Ninetales coming in. At this point I'm thinking, what the crap can I do to this Klefki? And I'm kind of scratching my head, and it's like, well, maybe I can set up in its face with something. So I'll just get up my Aurora Veil right now and then switch into something like Terrakion and just get a Swords Dance or whatever. So he gets rid of my webs. That's annoying, but I can Encore him and like lock him into a move. He goes for a Thunder Wave, and I can't do anything. So that's a dual status Klefki. So I Encore into Thunder Wave, which is awesome because now I can definitely set up. He's not doing anything to me except taking hail damage, voiding his leftovers. So I go for my Aurora Veil right here as he goes into Jolteon, and I switch into Terrakion. This Thunderbolt does barely anything. That's a Life Orb Jolteon. Good to know it's not boosted or anything. But I've got a chance to set up right here. So I go for my Rock Polish. Now Landorus comes in. I'm at -1 attack, so I'm not really doing much damage to it. I don't know if this is a bulky spread at this point or not. And I'm calculating that if he's like max HP, my, what do you call it? My Z move will not KO. So that's not a risk I want to take. If it's an offensive Landorus, it could KO. Like if he's got minimal investment, it could KO. But then if it doesn't KO, he hits me with an Earthquake. And even though I'm behind Aurora Veil, you know, I can't really, I could live, but, or I could just go for a Swords Dance, get to +1, live whatever hit, and maybe KO him with the Z move, then be in better position. These are all risks that I do not want to take right now with absolutely zero foreknowledge of what this Landorus has. So even though I'm at +2, I'm going to skip town. Going to go into Slowbro, see what he has. That's an Earthquake, and he gets out of there. So wasn't able to U-turn, so that's most likely a Scarf Landorus that he's got right there. But, you know, it could be like a bulky Scarf, could be like max HP, max speed. I have no foreknowledge, or I don't have enough like know-how to like see what Terrakion can do to it. So it's going to be a really safe switch for him into my Terrakion anytime. So I go for Slowbro, and he goes for Klefki. I'm going to, oh, yeah, okay, so another thing gets status. So so who do we have right now? So Slowbro is toxic now. Ninetales is paralyzed. Latias is toxic right now. Galvantula is toxic right now. That Klefki's got like dual status, and everything except Terrakion right now is status. So, oh no. Yeah, so Slowbro. Otherwise, right here, I could just start Calm Minding. Like Jolteon, I'm behind on Aurora Veil. It can't KO me. It would have to wait a few turns for it to go away because I do have the Light Clay. Amoonguss, Psyshock, Landorus, Scald or whatever. Yuxi, I'd probably Scald you. Klefki, I'm in right here, but its answer is to go for the Toxic, which, yeah, that'll really kick my Slowbro right in the shell. So, anyway, that happens. And, yeah, here Amoonguss comes out. I figure get up to another Scald Mine so I can, if the Klefki wants to stay in and not do any damage to me, that I can do some damage to it. But Toxic really, really starts bringing me down, so I do not want to stay in there. So I bring in Sandslash. Yuxi, doesn't do anything to me. And we're faced with this situation again, and I do not want to take a Fire Punch from Charizard. He knows I'm going to switch, goes for a safe Dragon Dance. I switch in Latias right here, and I'm just going to test the waters. Is he going to switch out right now, or like go for another Dragon Dance thinking... So either one of two things can happen. He can switch out thinking that I'm a Scarfer, or he can go for another Dragon Dance thinking that I switch out not being a Scarfer, and he gets a +2 and wins. Because, I can't unboost it. I'm outsped by this Charizard now. I can Oko me with Dragon Claw. I'm going to stay in, and yeah, he switches out. So he is definitely afraid of my Choice Scarf. Draco Meteor does absolutely nothing to Klefki, of course. So I get out of here, switching to Terrakion. The Charizard comes in again, and it is fearing an Earthquake. So the Stone Edge right here, I find out that this is an offensive Landorus based on that damage with, a little bit of HP. So my -1 Z Stone move probably wouldn't have OHKO'd, so that would have been the wrong move anyway. The right play there would have probably been to Swords Dance to get to +1 attack and +2 speed, and just do a huge punch hole into his team at that time. So, hindsight's 20/20. Terrakion didn't really work out the way I wanted it to there. So I get out of town, go into Sandslash. It U-turns. Smart move there, because I could have switched into Latias. And he switches into Jolteon. That's an interesting play. I've got the Icicle Spear. I can't really remember why I went for that move, but I only get 2 hits anyway, so it's like, Sandslash's special defense is, like, bad. It's really bad. It's hilarious. So yeah, I know he's going to go for a Defog, but he actually goes for a Thunder Wave. So, okay, let's recount just for the fun of it. We've got Slowbro Toxic, Ninetales Paralyzed, Latias Toxic, Terrakion, nothing, Galvantula Toxic, Sandslash Paralyzed. 5 of the 6 members of my team just completely... Oh my god. He's doing a great job here of nullifying my Hail boosted speed so that his probably Scarf Landorus is looking very, very good to potentially clean up. So even though we're 6-6, he's got like everything status. So it's, yeah, just not looking amazing. I get rid of its lefties just because I think that's the right thing to do here, and I really can't do much damage to him at all. The best I can do is force him into a defog so that hopefully I can get him encored later on. Yeah, his one attacking move is Play Rough, so like I said, I go into Ninetales here, get up that Aurora Veil. No, I'm going to get up the Aurora Veil as he goes for the defog. My plan was to encore right there, but no, that wouldn't have made sense because I would have been going for Aurora Veil, which is getting rid of by defog. Anyway, he goes into Yuxi, but none of that matters, so I want to get my Aurora Veil back up. I want to, yeah, that's really awesome. I forget if it happened here or no, it happens later. So I'm going to see if I can set up with Terrakion again. But the Psychic does a huge chunk of damage to me. The best I could do is go for my Z-Power Continental Crush. But I fall so short of getting the KO right here. And on the 34th turn, this has been 34 turns, and I've been talking for a really long time. 34th turns, the first thing goes down, and that's my Terrakion. I don't know if that was a low roll or what. I never asked for his particular Yuxi spread. Unfortunate that I wasn't able to KO, but yeah, it was a risky play. That was all I could really do right there. Terrakion wasn't doing anything. So I've got one thing KO'd and 5 things either paralyzed or toxic. So not looking pretty here. But I go back into Latias because I can probably pick this off with the Psyshock, but he switches into Amoonguss. I can 2-hit KO this thing. Amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He's going to switch out into Klefki. I Psyshock. I can 2-hit KO this thing. If I get rid of the Klefki right here, that would be amazing. And I do. I finally get rid of that darn Klefki, which has just been sitting there. And oh, remember the time that I said that I was bluffing the Choice Scarf? He brings into Charizard, and yeah, that's not a Charizard anymore. So 2 turns I get 2 KOs, and Latios goes down to Toxic. So if Klefki hadn't like done its damage already, I would have been in a great position, because I do have Ninetales with the potential to set up the Aurora Veil with Slowbro getting some Calm Minds and doing a number to the rest of his team. But my team is pretty weak at this moment. He still's got mostly full Jolteon. He's got his, I'm assuming this is Scarf Landorus. I really wish that I had Ice Shard right now, but he goes into Uxie. But it wouldn't matter because I get paralyzed as he gets his lefties recovery back. Goes for the Psychic. I can get, nope, paralyzed. That's annoying. I'm so close to getting the KO. Goes for another Psychic. I get my Aurora Veil back up because I know that's what I need if I'm going to win at all. But the turn that I did get parried, I went for a Moonblast there that would have KO'd the Uxie. So I go into Slowbro. This is going to be my one chance to like actually set up. But he goes for the Memento. So even if I am able to like do the, what do you call it, going for slack offs at the right moment to heal up my toxic damage and alternate between like attacks, they're not doing much because I got my Calm Mind and I'm at -1 special attack. So I'm gonna dance with this Amoonguss right now. I think we're like the same speed unless he's running a little bit of speed nature because I didn't put any speed into mine. Yeah, see at -1 the Psyshock is not doing a lot. -1. I live at 1. I get a slack off, so we actually are speed tying here. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna see if I can get another Psyshock off before I go down to Toxic. I don't know why I didn't Giga Drain right there, but yeah, I get it down to half health, and then I go down to Toxic damage. That was kind of unfortunate. Foul Play does a surprising a lot of damage, and I get 1, 2, 3 Icicle Spears. That was nice. Didn't get paired that turn, but Landorus comes in, and it's pretty obvious that Landorus is Scarfed at this point. Takes down my Sand Slash, so unless he isn't Scarf and Jolteon is like minimal special attack, yeah. Good game, Brendan. You prepped very well for my team. That Klefki, as I mentioned many times, was very annoying. Good bring on the Scarf Landorus. You preserved it very well. And yeah, I had the keys to victory with the Aurora Veil setup, but yeah, didn't really play out the way I wanted it to. So MVP of this match, I guess, would be Latios for, you know, doing something. Could have been Terrakion if I had gotten the play against Landorus correct, but yeah. Klefki, of course, overall the real MVP, just getting everything statused. Great bring on his part. So yeah, I've been rambling for a really long time. This was a pretty long battle, as you obviously know. Shoutouts to anyone who actually made it to the end. If you did enjoy this, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you liked it. Go check out my opponent and all of the other members of Division 1. Check out my Twitter. Check out the PTL Twitter and the PTL fan server. And the fan doc will be on there. So yeah, that is all for me. I've been talking for a very long time. My voice is getting very sore. Well, 18 minutes, that's not a really long time. Some people talk for like hours straight. I can't do that without like a gallon of water by my side. So I'm going to get on out of here. Like the video because I put a lot of work into it. And I'll see you in week 6 of the PTL. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.